That's the only way to get things in and out of the old city. Passover was really nice. I'm back in Bat Yam. I've spent the last 3 days at the beach with my grandmother and working a bit at night. I showed you Tel Aviv last week, which was very modern and liberal. And today I'm heading to Jerusalem, which is just quite different. And I'm already waiting for my bus 20 minutes. Now waiting already 30 minutes for the bus, and it doesn't say when it comes. It just tells you when the first bus of the day is coming and the last bus. But in between, it's just a guessing game. The bus has finally arrived. לירושלים.
21.5.
Down on the street, the feet repeat the simple left and right. Taking me there somewhere, don't care about the mountain nights.
I finally made it all the way up here to Jerusalem. I'm now in the main bus station, which is kind of like an airport with gates and a lot of security.
Cause yesterday was a broken heart.
אידיוט, יצא! אחד מטומטם.
תודה רבה.
כל טוב.
You always have to negotiate with the cab drivers, and I think it's the first time I got a fair price. I've now passed Mamila, the main shopping area. I've entered the old city through the Yaffo gate, and right in front of me is the main street. The old city of Jerusalem is divided in 4 quarters. I'm now in the Christian quarter, which is safe. You can also go to the Jewish quarter and the Armenian quarter, but by all costs you should avoid the Arabic quarter. I was once in there by mistake, and it's not safe. I have 3 main reasons why I'm in Jerusalem. This is not one of them, but I'm making a small detour to show you the church. This is the Holy Church of Skull, something like that. I can't pronounce it. This church is one of the most important things for Christianity, and right in front of me is Jesus' grave. It's in there, but I have no intention in entering it. On my way back to the main street, which is way more safe than this area. I'm on a rooftop where you have an amazing view over the entire city. Wrong rooftop, I'm now trying the next one. I'm now about to enter the Jewish quarter, which is way more safe. The entire city consists of these very narrow ways, and I'm still looking for that viewing point. I think I found the way to the right rooftop. I honestly don't know where I am. I found the main square of the Jewish quarter. It's the big synagogue, and it's one of the few bigger squares in the city of Jerusalem. It's also the best place to have lunch. And this was good. Now to my second favorite viewpoint. This is the famous viewpoint over the city of Jerusalem. That's the last mosque and the Dome of Rocks, and down here is the Western Wall. That's the line to enter the Western Wall. This way is probably shorter. The entire plaza of the Western Wall is highly secured. That's the way that never has a line. Made it through security, and I'm now on the Western Wall Plaza. Right behind me is the Western Wall. That's the main reason why I'm here. I will enter it in a second. The army is here now, and they're singing the national anthem. leaving the plaza again to the main street. This street goes on forever. Made it through all of the people. I'm again at the Yaffo gate and now I really need a nice coffee. I think I can get one here. Making another quick detour to show you something. I'm a bit lost again, but I think I'm in the Jewish quarter. I'm definitely in the Jewish quarter again, and yeah. I'm back on track, I know where to go to. I'm lost again now. I'm now walking the same way back. Back on track, everything here in the city looks the same. They all use the same stone. Just walked into a dead end and I'm running out of time, so I will probably leave. Leaving the old city through the Zion gate. And now I know exactly where I am. I now know where the spot is that I've been looking for. I couldn't find it because it's outside of the old city. I forgot about that. And by the way, all of those holes in the gate are from bullets from the 6-Day War. This is the statue of King David, and here is the room of the Last Supper. That's the room of the Last Supper, and now I'm going to another rooftop.
Down on the street, my feet.
Now I'm leaving. There is much more to see in the old city of Jerusalem. My mom's already waiting. I'm visiting her in the Israel Museum.
The simple left and right. Taking me there somewhere, don't care about a mountain night. 'Cause yesterday was a broken heart. Today I picked up what fell apart. We're gonna stay down with you tonight.
תודה רבה ויום טוב. I've picked up my mom from the Israel Museum. She was working there. That was actually the second reason why I'm in Jerusalem. She's doing their new installation. I wanted to see it, but it was already closed. Now we're here at Mount Herzl, which is the national cemetery. You probably remember from last week that I've told you that my grandfather died during the 6-Day War. There is no way I'm in Jerusalem and I'm not coming here to visit his grave. I don't want to get too personal and tell you the entire story. It's really sad, but just being here always reminds me that there are a lot of sad stories combined on this mountain. And I hope that the whole political situation here will resolve into peace as soon as possible. This is a memorial for a submarine that sunk. It's called Dakar and is another one of these sad stories. I'm now here at the grave of Yitzhak Rabin and Leah Rabin, his wife. This is another very tragic story in the history of Israel. Right behind me is Yad Vashem. It's a Holocaust memorial site and probably the darkest and saddest part of human history. If you ever come to Jerusalem, you should definitely go there. It's very important that this part of history will never be forgotten. Coming here is always very sad, but also very important for me. I'm now leaving, meeting my mom again. Okay, we've taken the only tram here in Israel. Again at the main bus station. Taking the bus in Israel is pure chaos. Bye. Now in Tel Aviv, trying to catch the next bus to Bat Yam. In the city center of Bat Yam, now only a bit of walking, finally back home. Today is another beach day. The sea was last week as quiet as I've never seen it before. This is what it's usually like. This was a lot of fun with all of those waves now on my way back home. I'm back at my grandmother's place taking care of the release of my track All About. The release is tomorrow. It's the track that I've finished in my first vlog. It's also the track I've been looking forward to the most. And next week when I'm back in my studio, I will tell you all about the track and show you how I've made it.
Wherever I am, whoever you are.
2 days have passed. I've been taking care of the release of my track All About. I've also been to the beach a bit. Now I'm back in Jerusalem for the second reason why I actually came here. I'm now in the Israel Museum, which is the most important one here in the country. That's my mom, and there is her installation. It took almost a week to finish.
You kindled a light on my soul. It's all about love. Wherever I am, whoever you are.
And when I'm already in the museum, let me show you the model of the old city of Jerusalem 2,000 years ago. That's the temple. The temple got destroyed, and today you have there the Dome of Rocks and the Al-Aqsa Mosque. I think this is the Yaffo gate that I've entered the city. This little part here of the western wall is the only that you can still see today.
The light on my soul. It's all about love.
Time to leave, it's extremely hot here outside.
Wherever I am, whoever you are.
Okay, I'm now by mistake in the rabbit part and I somehow have to get out of here. But the guys in front of me are taking care of me.